But here's the one that you'll like, yeah. Ready for this one? Ding, ding. Can't just go like this. You're going to be blown away. Can't speak to the boy.
Is this new?
Come ciacciana risamne, la storia finita fine.
It's a classic.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Oh, that's just
That's
great.
a surprise.
Finita per me. Ci vuole pensione con te. That's it. He sang, Eros Ramazzotti sang with Tina Turner. He was fucking brilliant.
What is Eros Ramazotti's most famous song?
Più bella cosa. Più bella cosa
Are you
no
sure about that?
c'è.
Simply the best.
No?
I don't know.
Più bella cosa.
Did Eros Ramazzotti not also do a version of Ti Amo?
Oh, yeah, he did.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, he did. He did, but no, Più bella cosa because I like it better.
I've got a question. I've got 2 questions.
Have you? Aye.
I should have a question each.
Okay.
Ready?
Massive.
I'm going to ask you first, Wicus.
Oh, thanks, man.
What would you say has been the hardest challenge you've had trying to help a business? Just a small question. Take your
Small
time.
question. Hardest challenge. Not. Hell, Michael, that is a good question. I don't really have hard challenges. I think probably the hardest challenge is people overcoming their own fears and insecurities, because you get stuck in a belief circle that it can't be better. That's always the hardest challenge. That is there a better way? Because people don't believe that there's a better way. They've always tried something and it hasn't worked. So that is the hardest challenge for me to overcome, is getting people to open up to there is a better way, there is a different way.
There you are then. Open your minds.
Open your mind.
Johnny, have you got a question?
I do. I've got a question for you.
I knew it'd be me.
Aye. Just because you're
really.
talking to me. What motivates you?
Oh, whew. It's just an inner drive. I love building things. Like in my brain, I have an idea. I've got lots of ideas. And then to take those ideas and then make them into an actual thing that then produces money or gives jobs, or, you know, that was a thought that I've had that's now this living, breathing thing. Love that. That's what drives me.
Johnny,
question.
well, this one's for you. Biggest misconception people might have about you, because they see you on the screen, they listen to your voice. What is the biggest misconception people have about you?
Johnny's pretty shy and quiet for normal. Huh?
I think when people see you and witness you, think the boisterous, immature man. There's a oh, it sounds weird saying it, but there's a very serious side to me.
True, yeah.
No, it's very true. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to think that. That's why I'm here.
No, there is.
I think life is far too short, and I think you have a bit. I've had a bit of an epiphany. I know it sounds like a bit wanky to say that, but I've had moments in my life where I'm just going, nah, you've got to have a bit of a laugh. But there is a lot of serious things that happen. That's what happens in business. You've got to be a bit serious. But no, there's a true reflection. You go, you know what? You are just here once. Make the most of it and have a laugh along the way. You know what I mean?
Fully agree with that.
Michael, This one's for you. Greatest achievement?
In business or in life?
Anyone. I don't mind.
Like in life, I'm very content. I've done a lot in my life. I've travelled a lot of the world.
So what is the thing that stands out in your mind the most?
With the travelling, in a sense. Like there's a lot of, I've met some amazing people. I think travelling makes you very tolerant in life. You know, you're now the minority when you're in someone else's country and you're looking maybe for a bit of help from them. So it makes you want to maybe look out for people that are on the opposite end of that when they come into any of my vicinity, wherever it may be. Standing out. Like life is just an adventure. You have to make the best of it. A bit like what you've just said.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to, memories are what it's all about for me, making good memories.
Okay.
Well, I'll ask a question that Vicky said about life and everything, but how do you want people to remember you?
Very, very simply, as the guy who treated people the way he liked to be treated.
There you go.
There you go. Any more?
I would say a question for you. Have you ever sacked a client, and how did that come about?
Yes, I've sacked quite a few. When you realise where all your stresses and pressures are coming from, it's not necessarily running away from it, but then you tend to realise, I started this business for me, and then it grows, and then you realise the people that's coming along with you, and you also realise that you can't have every client, and you don't want every client. And there were some clients that have just dragged us down a hole where we never ever wanted to go to, and they never realised the value that we created. We're very good people, we're nice people, we're very empathetic, and there's some people you just can't help at times because of where they are in their life and where their attitude lies. So we decided to get rid of most of the pressures and stresses that we chose to take on, and a lot of that came from bad clients, the wrong clients. So yeah, and how they came about, it's just we noticed where the stresses were coming from and we didn't want them. 99.9% of stresses is actually brought on by yourself.
Aye, it's your thoughts.
And your thoughts, yeah, how you perceive and see things. So that's how we went around it.
Point of wisdom, 90% of what happens to you can't control. What you can control is in the 10% and how you respond to it.
Yeah.
Mike, question for you. When was the last time you had that wow moment, and what was it you're doing, or what were you witnessing?
Need to think about that one.
Well, that goes to both of you.
That's a very, very good question.
Thanks very much. I'm still a novice at this, but I'm learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's to both of you.
No, you ask Michael.
We might have.
Define a wow moment. What is a wow moment?
I'm trying to think.
Could be anything.
Eyes of the beholder. I had a wow moment. Now, you kind of ripped the crap out of me a little bit. Not too bad.
No, I don't. I know what you're going to say.
Chamonix.
Yeah.
I mean, I just had this overwhelming feeling. The mountain we first went snowboarding, sat in the mountain, looked out. I was on my own at that time. Mike was behind me, obviously, because I'm faster.
Was this the time you broke your rib or not?
And because I really, OCD or whatever you want to call it, I really think about things a lot sometimes. Sat in the mountain. It felt like nobody had sat in this one particular spot in their life. It was just my spot. I looked at the mountain. This whole feeling, it was actually quite emotional. I felt so calm, so at peace, because my mind is, again, you have to understand where I am, and I'm comfortable with that. But at that point, I was just like, oof, it was overwhelming. And then Mike came by, like, what's happening? And I don't know if you could see it or not. I was like, I'm really, really happy. Like, really, just really, really happy. It was a moment. It was a moment, and that was a wow moment. Oh, it was such, and I want to have that again.
Chasing it.
I want that again.
It's just those moments in life that take your breath away. It could be on the top of a mountain. It could be standing at the sea.
Do you know what was interesting about it? It didn't involve money. It didn't involve people. It didn't involve anything. It was just me in a moment in time. It was like, wow.
Inner peace.
Aye, it was just.
Where is that sacred spot for you where you achieve inner peace? Where is that? Where for me, you don't really have it, but where I come from was the beach. I've always inner peace.
The beach is always good, yeah.
The beach, the sun blazing down, and you can just dip into that cold ocean and come out. Here you freeze, so maybe it's Spain, but the beach just brings a sense of tranquility.
I remember you saying that because you used to try and get away with summer and Brad down at the beach.
So that was always
sports and stuff.
That's always our spot. We are beach people. Always down at the beach. Just doesn't cost you anything. Got some great memories. I don't know if I ever told you, summer went surfing once, and School of Dolphins came. And the guy just said, you can flip off your board. And if you flip off your board, you can hear them talk in the water. Mm-hmm. An amazing moment. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
That's nice, eh?
So it's those things that don't cost you money, I think. Those are the moments in life that take your breath away. Whether it's with your family, out on a walk. It's never big things.
It really isn't.
You can find it. Like, I don't need to. I don't have a specific. I can just quiet myself down.
Well, what was it like for you? Like when you were working on that pearl farm, when you had like nothing other than a bag of rice, and you were fishing, like actively.
So I had $5 left, which I bought a bag of rice with, and then I went out in the peninsula Broome in Australia, and I had 3 months, so you can't come off. You're there for 3 months, and it's very isolated. And my little shack that they build, when it was too windy, we used to build these, but just sandbags filled with cement on spikes, and you just used to build these little huts that we stayed in. And but yeah, so I had my bag of rice, and we'd go out and work all day, come back on the boats. And I had Nobby was my little Aboriginal pal. He made me a big spear up, a gidgee, and was teaching me all the ways, just how to fish and find food. And so basically spent 3 months on an adventure.
So you're quite you're like the Bear Grylls of Australia.
Yes, I will. Pretty much, yes.
Did you have a wee ball called Wilson? That's brilliant. You know what? It's like the connection you make with people, and this is, if I dare move back to business, the connection and you'll have in business with people. It is people. It's not about the money. It's not about the fancy cars. It's just generally a conversation over a cheap council coffee, and your eyes will be lit up with people, and my eyes are lit up with your stories as well. And it's just that connection. And why wouldn't you want to help people if you like them? You get to know them, you get to trust them, all that jazz.
But that's a balance, I think. You need to. It's too easy to just get consumed by business. You need to have a balance. There has to be other things in your life.
Too easy to just get consumed by life, because how often do we go into autopilot mode where we don't notice the change of seasons? And even though it gets darker at night, there's still a beauty. For me, I go running. There's a beauty in the cold starkness of the winter. There's just trees with no leaves on.
Mm-hmm.
When it's cold, when you see the ice on, there's a beauty. When you run past the golf course, there's a beauty in it. And you need to take the time, and it's 5 minutes, not even, just to stop and just look at it and go, wow, this is beautiful.
Great.
There's a thing that now, because my parents are getting older, they're both 71 now, 71, yeah. And there'll be an element of them, like they're getting older. My dad's, he's got somebody, my mum's not got anybody. And there's that loneliness when you get into your latter years, and you don't really think about it until you're hearing it, and then you start feeling it and you witness it. And it's something that Denzel Washington alluded to in one of his speeches about lying on your deathbed and all the regret is lying around you. It's not a morbid thing or a negative thing, but it's a kick up the backside sometimes. Imagine all your regret is standing around your bedside and saying, we came to you and you did nothing about it. You actually did nothing about it, because time is short, but it's also wonderful. It's only wonderful when you start taking these moments and taking in the journey that's bestowed upon you. You have to really feel it and keep your eyes wide open. And there's loads of things that you could be getting up to. There's loads of experiences you can be having and memories.
True. People don't want things. They want your time. And especially if your kids are growing up. A lesson that Summer taught me is we went for lunch every day from the time she went to P1 till the time she went to S2. Every Friday was our day for lunch. We went to either a KFC or a McDonald's. And then the one time I couldn't make it, that's the time she remembers. So it's the moment. It's those moments. Take hold of them.
Don't undersell yourself. Don't undervalue what you can give to the world. And
everybody's got something to give. I firmly believe everybody's got something to give.
Yeah.
We got deep there.
Yeah, that was a deep session for us. Eh?
I felt like we should have had a bottle of whiskey around the table at the same time. But yeah, this is